Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we shall learn one of the important topics for Gpstr exam from chemistry. Okay, so this is given the syllabus. We are focusing on the syllabus mainly along with the other important points. So these topics will be useful for Gpstr exams, CET, Central TET exams also. So before moving to the video, I would like to thank all my subscribers for your support. And if you're watching my channel for the first time, do subscribe and press the bell icon so that you will get the notifications of all the videos we upload here related to these competitive exams. Okay, come, let's move into the topic now. We shall learn about metals and non-metals now. These are the basic concepts, but very important. They will ask for multiple choice questions and some balancing equations also might be asked for descriptive type. Okay, very easy chapter. Let's learn now. So I have taken metals and non-metals simultaneously. The properties will be explaining now. Okay, so what are metals? Metals are opaque and lustrous element. It means opaque means which does not allow the light to pass through it, and they means hard substances, and lustrous is they are shining. Okay, they are little bit bright in nature, bright elements. Whereas non-metals, they have the property of lack of predominance of metallic qualities. They have few metallic qualities but very less. They lack of dominance in the metallic qualities, and they are non-lustrous ones. They don't shine as it of the metals, and they are dull, okay, in nature. And in general, metals are good conductor of heat and electricity, whereas non-metals are bad conductors of heat and electricity. Let's see a few examples of metals and non-metals and then move forward for the explanation of the properties. Examples of metal: copper, aluminium, iron, gold, tin, silver, titanium, uranium and zinc. These are the examples for metals. And for non-metals, we go with like this: nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, hydrogen, carbon, sulfur, phosphorus, bromine, etc. Okay, so now we'll just recall which we have already learned. Okay, these points we'll recall now. Then we'll move to the important properties of metals and non-metals. One among the important properties of metals are malleability. Malleability means metals can be beaten and made into thin sheets. Okay, so it's the ability of the metal in which it can be hammered into a thin sheets. So example, gold and silver are most malleable metals. Even aluminium also, of course, they use and as thin sheets. Some food and all is sweets and all is coated with aluminium foils, right? They pack it with aluminium foils, so they can be beaten into thin sheets, metals. Whereas non-metals cannot be beaten into thin sheets. It does not possess the property of malleability. Okay, malleability. Remember this keyword, malleability. Then metals are ductile in nature. So what is the ductile in nature? Metals can be drawn into wires. For example, aluminium wires, we can be drawn into wire. Copper can be drawn into thin wires. Okay, non-metals cannot be drawn into thin wire. So this property of drawing the metals into thin wire is called as ductile in nature. Then moving to the next one, metals, they make sound on hitting with the hard substances. This property of metal is called as sonorous. Okay, the metals are sonorous, we call. So metals make sound, okay, especially making bells, and they make an alloy of these metals and then um, they make bells, like what is that called, manual bells. Okay, even electrical bells also made up of a kind of material. Inside that you can observe a metal. Okay, whereas non-metals, they do not make any sound on beating with the hard substances. And moving to melting point, metals generally have high melting point except mercury. Mercury, it has a low melting point. Okay. Next, non-metals have low melting point than metals. Moving to density, metals are denser in nature, whereas non-metals, they have low density. And metals, they loses electrons, they become positive in nature, and on gaining this electron, non-metals become negative in nature. Then they are very hard except sodium and potassium. Metals are very hard and non-metals are generally soft in nature. Okay, so most of the points we have covered here, the differences in metals and non-metals now. On moving to the common properties of both metals and non-metals, we see here both metals and non-metals react with oxygen to form oxides. In case of metal, the oxides form will be of basic in nature. In case of non-metals, they will be acidic in nature. Okay, let's see a few examples of metal reacts with oxygen, and as it of non-metals also, we'll check it out. First one, magnesium reacts with oxygen, gives magnesium oxide. So to balance the equation, this molecules has to be balanced. Right hand side molecule should be equal to left hand side molecule. And you see here right hand side 2 magnesium, here you have, so here also 2 Mg, balanced. Oxygen 2O, so here also O2, 2O, hence it is balanced. Okay, next, in case of iron, iron reacts with oxygen, forms iron oxide. Fe plus O2 gives Fe2O3, but to balance the equation, we have taken 4 Fe plus 3 O2 gives, you see here 2 2s are 4, so 4 Fe and 2 3s are 6, 2 3 2s are 6 O oxygen, so it is balanced. Now this is called as iron oxide, and this iron oxide reacts with moisture or air and form rust, that is iron hydroxide it forms. Okay, to express that in a single equation, combining these two balanced chemical reactions, to express in a single reaction, we have written like this: iron reacts with oxygen and moisture or air, it forms iron hydroxide, that is nothing but rust. Okay, and the difference between rust and corrosion also you might have heard about. Corrosion is nothing but the reaction of the metals with oxygen and also along with other presence of chemicals. Okay, and if it is only reacts with oxygen and water, we call it is rusting process, a brownish color coating on the iron equipments. If it is not used for a long time, if it is not painted and all, you can see that rusting. So let us check out this equation for whether it is balanced or not. 4 Fe, so 4 Fe in the right hand side also. Then oxygen 3 2s are 6, and here one more 6, so 6 plus 2 is 12 oxygen, so here also there should be 12, so already we have 3 4s are 12, yes. And hydrogen, 4 hydrogen plus 3, so 4 3s are 12, and left hand side 6 2s are 12 hydrogen, so it is balanced equation. So they can give either simple example or like fill in the blanks forms, multiple choice questions form. they can ask you to fill. So any equation if they give, you are able to write now, I hope so. Now, how to prevent this iron from rusting? Actually, the process of all this ionization and all, there is a lengthy process with explaining about the positive and negative ions, how they move. In the higher classes, we would have learned already, but for this exam point of view, only these points are enough. Okay, the basic formula only they will ask. And how to prevent iron from rusting? You can prevent iron from rusting by coating iron with zinc. So this process of coating iron with zinc is called as galvanization. Okay, there is also another method to prevent iron from rusting, that is called electroplating. Electroplating is a process of prevention of iron from rusting by process of coating the iron with other metals. Okay, this is called as electroplating. Let us move to reaction of non-metals with oxygen. Carbon reacts with oxygen, forms carbon dioxide. Okay, check the balance equation. Carbon 1 O2 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 here. So it is balanced. Okay. Now let us learn few special points related to metals and non-metals. These are very, very important, and we have selected the important ones. You can go through it. If any point is missing, you can add it up and learn. I think almost we have covered the main important points here. Okay, remember this. Among metals and non-metals, mixed properties we have given. Just check it out. Very reactive non-metal is phosphorus. Okay, phosphorus is the reactive non-metal. The only metal in liquid form at room temperature is mercury. Okay, they can ask you in multiple choice questions, select the only metal in liquid form, that is mercury. On exposing to air, this metal catches fire, that's non-metal, that is phosphorus. Okay, metal stored in kerosene. Okay, because it reacts with water vigorously, sodium is stored in kerosene. The hardest substances ever is diamond. Non-metal, okay, which is luster means which is shiny non-metal is iodine. Okay, you can give for metals shiny luster metals, silver, gold, all these are lustrous in nature. Non-metals of soft solids are sulfur and phosphorus. There are speciality of other metals like gold, silver and platinum. They are called as noble metals. Gold, silver and platinum. In thermometer, what kind of metals are used? Mercury, the liquid form of mercury. Okay, they exist in liquid form. To purify the water, we use chlorine, non-metal. Okay, chlorine we use. In chlorination of water, that process is called chlorination of water, to purify the water. And on moving to alloy, alloy is a mixture of two or more metals. Okay, so they are mixed in such a way that it is used for some special purpose. For example, an alloy of iron, chromium and nickel. I have not written the explanation. Please just remember, an alloy of iron, chromium and nickel is used to make stainless steel. These utensils are used in surgical instruments and some decorative items also, so that it should not get rusted. Okay, and some metals we require some sonorous sound. So some alloys of metals, some alloy or metals are used together in making of, to give the sound effect, in making of bells and all. Okay, they use along with copper other metals also. Okay, already we have learnt about rusting. We'll just check it out about corrosion. So corrosion, you might have observed in copper utensils, they turn a slight greenish coating when they exposed to moisture. When copper is exposed to moisture, you can see that greenish, light greenish color coating. So this is expressed in this chemical formula. Copper reacts with water, carbon dioxide and oxygen, gives copper hydroxide and copper carbonate. Okay, you just check out this balance equation and practice. Okay, so almost we have covered important points here from metals and non-metals. In the following classes, we'll try to take few biology classes also, along with physics, chemistry, mathematics and mental ability related to Gpstr and TET classes. Okay, so thank you for your support. Thank you for watching. And if you are new to the channel, just a reminder for you, please do subscribe our channel and press the bell icon so that you will get the notifications of the videos which we post here, okay, which we upload in our channel. And for more references of physics and maths classes, please check the description box and also the channel playlist. You can get the references of maths and physics classes related to Gpstr exams. Thank you.